is that as soon as I entered the room, the average age went up.
The mic is not on, I think. The mic is not on.
Apparently, I'm loud enough.
I can't hear you.
Now you can?
Yeah.
So I was saying that as soon as I entered the room, the average age just went up. Anyway, that was for laughs. So moving along. So when I got this topic of talking about analytics and how that relates to building an audience set, I wasn't sure exactly what the level of awareness in regards to standard tools like Google Analytics and so on and so forth is going to be in the field. Can I have a show of hands, who has actively used Google Analytics, is comfortable with? Okay, so that's about most of you. So, while I have a couple of slides on Google Analytics, we'll probably not spend too much time. So my introduction first, I run a company called Triggr Media. Triggr Media is an ad network, plus an affiliate network, and a bunch of other things. But, from your perspective, for those of you who've heard of Triggr Media, when you build great web startups, we are probably a port of call for you to help monetize the traffic that you have. So we are an ad network, we aggregate ad campaigns across multiple sources, big brands, the Hondas of the world, the Yamahas of the world, and we spread it out across a large number of publishers. So what we do for a short part of our session today is to go through a few things which are important when you're looking at analytics. And for the people that are already aware of some of these issues, please please bear with me. I have these slides prepared and I'm unfortunately not very good at switching topics in the middle at a short notice. And then we will try and spend more time towards the end of the session, which is advanced techniques and some of the experiences that we've had at Triggr Media, working with brands, how media plans work, what do they think about digital media and so on and so forth. That's something that I think might be an angle that some of you might be interested in. Any questions, any comments? We have once revisited. You typically have a home page that does not typically get a lot of traffic. You have a lot of landing pages that drive, that is where the real bulk of the traffic comes. Then you have, landing pages are essentially aggregations of what are content pages, where there are interesting pieces of sub-content which create engagement with a micro segment of audiences. And then finally, you have conversion pages, where an intent that the website creators, people like you all are trying to drive, and there is a conversion, there is an objective that happens, correct? It is important to see. So in our experience, what we've seen is that although we've seen websites which have sort of driven different objectives, in general, the structure of this website has remained the same. So, why it is important to the topic of analytics is that you really got to think very, very bottom up here. There are each of these conversion pages, content pages, and landing pages successively talk about aggregating micro communities, thoughts which are important to specific people, specific audiences, specific things that they are looking for, and then try to sort of aggregate that upwards in order to build traffic as a whole. So, one of the things that we come across when we're talking to agencies, when we're talking to clients, advertisers, which are experimenting with digital media for the first time, they tend to think of that traffic as an aggregated whole, not really as a sum total of micro segments which are all over the map in their websites. So, very critical for us to sort of have a structure like this, because some of the analytical tools which are out there, they don't work very well. They don't give you information that is actionable unless and until you've taken the trouble to sort of structure your website. You know what landing page is communicating, what kind of an idea, what kind of segment is going to be active on that landing page, what kind of conversions are going to happen. Unless and until you sort of take the trouble to do that structuring, it's very unlikely